And I'm going to elect to step out, and I'm going to let Snooker call this, and she's going to go through the ads when she gets a chance. And the three musketeers here, including Ed Culhane, are going to try to call this. Sorry, Ed.
We're going to give it a shot. Mikey with the break here. Now, let me see if I have this right. They go race to 11 unless Mika gets there first, and then it's a race to 13. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Nice breaks.
Very nice break.
Very nice break. And Mike's going to...
Kind of academia here, nothing. You ought to be out.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Diana. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? So we got the first game here, huh?
Yeah. And Mikey's in real good shape here for getting up front right away on Mika with the
big break.
Yeah, I see. I just stepped in, so forgive me if I don't know
that's
anything.
Okay. First break, not a problem.
The balls look like they laid out pretty nicely for him, so this should be an out. But
right.
you never know.
You got to. He would bet he's out.
I bet you would be out here, Snooks.
Well, don't put it past me now.
I know, I don't. Believe me, I don't.
Well, with the way that break worked out, I'm sure Mikey would like that break for the rest of the match.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Why you'd like that for the rest of his life?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Sir.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I corrected myself. Larry told me to say that.
Larry?
Well, of course.
I got to get him in trouble.
Everybody blames everything on me.
Aw, that's not nice.
Okay. Here's game one. He made quick work of it, too. This might be a real fast match anyway, just the speed that Mika plays and Mikey plays, 1-0.
Give me a second. I'm just going to kind of figure this out for a second for the folks at home watching.
You're on your own because I haven't a clue. I don't know.
I literally just walked into the pool room, so I can figure this out for a second. All right, there is.
That's the shot for the break. Oh, you got the square, okay.
Yeah, no, I know, but
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure this one out.
It's a window up there on the left. It shows up somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know where.
What do you want?
Score she's trying to do. For right now, it's 1-0, Mike Dechaine's favor. And rack 2 coming up. Because we don't know how to fix the score for the screen.
Well, the window's usually up. Forgive us, please. We'll let you know verbally the score at the moment until I can figure this out.
Mikey come up dry on the break. And Mika has to play a safety here. So he can thin this one and send the one over by the Brunswick and maybe come down high behind the 8 and 6 and 7 here. Maybe.
Oh, you closed it?
No, I didn't do anything.
She did something to it.
I didn't do anything.
All right, we got it, guys. We got it. Don't worry about it. Go right about your business.
Upstate Al is here to fix the score because Snooky messed it up real. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, I messed it up.
I hope it's okay on your screen at home. We apologize for this. How am I doing?
And you're not doing real good if you're sitting next to me.
Oh, he went that way. Yeah.
All right, we got it. It's there we go.
Well, Mika might have messed himself over there and left an easy safety for Mika, for Mike here. Yeah, that's all he had to do.
Well, we know
Mika's
he can
got
hit
this one
ball.
rail. Yeah, he'll get one rail.
All right.
And he might stick and hide him behind the 5 also with this, right?
Yeah, he's also looking at possible.
Well, yeah, if he does, if he can hit
Everybody's looking at the 410.
Call the 10 right now.
Everybody, no, he can't make the 10.
Call the 10.
Call the 10 right here. Kick at the 1 at 410.
No,
Bing.
he's
Not
gonna-
with the arrangement of this.
It's a can of corn.
No, he's going
It's a
to.
can of corn.
That's an old saying. That's before your time.
You way before my time.
He's going to
The
hit
saying goes, it's as easy as opening a can of corn. That's how that originated.
Yeah.
Right, Larry? You would know that.
Yep.
Larry remembers the days of Spam.
Thanks, Bob.
You're right
I saw
about
that.
My father fed us that.
What's up, chat people? I'm sorry I didn't get to say hello to you folks. I saw a few people shouting out to me.
Oh, boy. Well, you know what? Mika got the best of that with that 8-6. Look at that.
Oh, obviously would have preferred to stay on the 5, but
Boy, that was nice.
he
That worked out
obviously-
good for him.
It did work out. It did work out.
He's got an easy kick here, but that was nice.
He can.
Oh, you know what? He could go
he
rail
can make
first.
it.
Rail first
He
here,
can
huh?
make this, and still have
It's
position
not
for the
easy.
2.
No,
No, it's
no.
not easy. It's definitely
But maybe it was.
well, not
You
if
know,
that happens.
now how unbelievable is that he's got to go make the 2, and now he's covered with the 3 and the 7 in the way. Otherwise, if that 2 just hung, oh boy. Actually, he caught a bad break there.
Yeah, if the
Yeah, he did.
2 hung up,
Yeah, sure. That was a big break for Mika.
he'd be out.
Just checking to see if the 3's frozen. I don't know if it is.
I can't tell from this angle.
Well, if it's not, it's damn
I
close.
think he called it right in.
He might have kicked this in the opposite corner.
Oh.
He went for it.
And he scratched in the corner. Wow. Okay. You know what? The scores aren't posted there now.
No.
Or they
Did you
are
like the score
somewhat.
out there? There we go.
Yeah, those scores, yeah. Anyway, it's going to be tied up in a minute. I don't have my glasses, so just, don't yell at me.
Yeah.
6-8. Don't say it's.
Oh, the 6-8, yeah.
Hello, Devil Dave.
If he's going to get to the 410.
That might be the shot next after the 3. Play the 410 since the 6 is locked up a little bit. I don't
He's
know.
weighing his options. He's
No,
not
no.
just standing there.
Yeah, no.
This is all
Yeah,
drama.
something to think about.
This is all drama. He's going to play the 410, period.
A lot of money here, by the way, also riding on this game.
Yeah, but he's going to play it.
I think part of this is, it's
Calcutta
a
money
nice.
in the first place is about 3,000. I mean, the Irish sweepstakes and
A player's side pot.
the one of those things.
Yeah, we all know. You're fired. No.
Well, I guess he's not playing it. I don't know why.
I have you on tilt, Bob. I didn't say it. He said
You
it.
know, he likes.
That's 6-8.
You know what? Maybe he likes the billiard with the 6-8 and the 8. No, I don't know what he likes. Maybe he likes the safety on the 6.
I think he might be looking at how
The
to.
6-8 billiard. and the 8 and the
I doubt that. I think either he's going to play the 5 and maybe try to hook him with 3 rail or 6 all the way back up table something.
Right. Yeah, that's an easy safety. Sure.
He doesn't quite have the angle to come break it up. I mean, there's space between those 2 balls, but
Got the 4.
let's see if there's enough space,
Oh,
because
you
there
know
is
what?
space.
He can bank this 1 rail right now, and he'll
He-
probably
he
take
c-
the bank.
He might call it.
It's right in line with. He likes this bank. He'll hit it hard.
He might send it out.
Oh no!
See?
He didn't hit it hard.
See, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. He wanted to send it 3 rails all the way back up, and he might have got him. If he sees any, he sees paint, what I call paint.
It's about all he sees.
Yeah.
And that's tight, even for paint.
Well,
Wow.
I said if he saw paint. There wasn't much. Obviously, there was enough that he thought he could back cut that 6 and.
I still don't understand why he didn't play the 410, sitting dead in the hole. But maybe he wants to run out.
It's for the
I don't
crowd. They're doing it
It's-
for the crowd.
It's a pride thing.
Yeah, I don't think
Not really.
We know that. We know these 2 guys.
most people don't know it, but we know it.
We know it.
A little more drama, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, Mika's getting ready to tie this up. This would be a real battle, this game, anyway. This is almost a coin toss. Correct?
Yeah.
Well,
You could flip a coin on this match.
yes, absolutely. However, if either one of them has a break like his like Mike's first break, I mean,
Right, yeah.
yeah, it's not
start putting a
alternate
pack
break.
together.
Yeah, you could put a pack together.
Sure.
But you never know with these two. I love you too, Bob. You're officially off tilt.
You got Victor in the chat?
I have no idea.
I don't either. I haven't seen Victor all weekend. Victor now, wherever
He
you
was
are.
here. I saw Victor. Not today.
Unless he was here yesterday. I
didn't see Victor at all. I don't know when you saw him. Maybe last night after I left or something. Okay, Mika tying it up here.
I know what you want. He asked you to.
Sorry, people.
So, how have you guys been enjoying the rest of the tournament? I missed it yesterday. I didn't come. I couldn't come. So, how was it?
It's not boring at all.
Like a
There's always
refrigerator.
something to watch.
It was
No,
a
I can't-
refrigerator in here.
Larry's freezing. He's giving everybody pneummonia with his cold here. So we're all infected now, so it's too late.
Well, you're sitting next to him. So.
Thanks.
Well,
He
It is
just
what
told
it
me
is.
about it. Now I get these sniffle things going on, or maybe it's in my head, I hope.
Larry,
'Cause there's
did,
nothing
did
worse
you
than
come
getting-
here to get everyone sick?
There's
Is that
nothing.
what happened?
I
Nope.
came here to reinfect whoever infected
Yeah,
me.
he got everybody. Larry gets even, it's called.
Larry, stay away from me. It wasn't me. All right, so back to this game.
Nice. Mika
Okay.
is
Made them perfect.
yeah.
Fine shot.
Mika's in line here to get out again now. So
Yeah. No, yeah, either stuns it or draws. I think to me he draws or stuns it over. Okay, that works.
nice
too.
shot.
I thought he was a little too straight.
I thought
do
so
that.
too. Yeah, I thought he'd
I
draw
thought
it back.
yeah, because the 10 wasn't in the way. But
Yeah, he forced it up
that's why he's there and I'm
Stunned
over
it,
here,
yeah.
right?
with the rest of us. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
It is. These guys are amazing how they play sometimes. It's unbelievable.
Nice shot.
They make it look so easy.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what? He's just so smooth. Everything he does here.
Very nice. Perfect execution. My God. That ball control is amazing, isn't it?
It was. I thought he would come over to the other rail and go that route. But he slid right down in the middle of him. That was a nice shot. Now he got a little crazy.
No, he's good.
Well, yeah, he ended up good, but he wasn't good a minute.
It wasn't looking like that.
Yeah.
Well, the tables run faster than most people
Right.
most people expect. So
He's just going to
clearly he has the table
He'll
speed
just
down.
come down one rail. Look
Yep.
at this.
So
Pretty fine
He
shot.
kept it
there.
interesting right there. Man,
Yeah, he
nice
did.
shot.
Pretty fine shot.
He seems really relaxed right now.
and this would put him in a 2-1 lead.
Nice run.
There we go. Nice run.
And we were just talking about Pax a second ago. That was just a break and run right there. He might do it again.
They're both capable.
Oh,
That's
sure.
why I'm saying that they're both very
Yeah.
capable. Mike is obviously sitting back waiting for his opportunity at the table, and we'll see what he does when he gets
Right,
there.
you get that breakdown. Like Shane did in that, what was that race to 50 he had, and he had 26 break and runs in that race to 50. That's phenomenal.
I might have not have that in my whole life.
26 out of 50, for God's sakes.
I can't even, and I'm including 9 balls on the breaks.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. You gotta poke fun at yourself sometimes, you know?
Let's see how Mika's break holds up here. 2-1. Now, Mika will have to go to 13 if he's ahead, right? Yeah.
Yes. This is a modified.
Which is good because it's still light out. Nobody wants to go home.
Well, we still have a weekly tournament that's going to happen here tonight,
I'm
too.
not in.
And a lot of these players will probably stick around for that. So
this is a good Monday night tournament here.
Absolutely. It's a good tournament when these events aren't even here. So when they're here, they fill up quick. I already secured a spot for tonight.
Yeah, single
The
elimination.
handicap fills up quickly.
Yeah, Wednesday night also, right?
So I saw in the chat just now that we reached 1,000 viewers. Isn't that awesome?
Tremendous.
That's a great accomplishment. Thank you, you guys, everybody watching at home who made it possible, obviously, and for the people who put this all together and the hard work that they do. We very, very much appreciate it. All right, so here
Mikey's got to get down on this 2-ball and not from where he is.
No, he's got an option if he wants to shoot it. Right up the corner with a lot of inside. He's going to get up to the 2. It's not easy to do, but
he could bypass that 9 and come between the 9-7.
But he played the safety.
That's what I like better.
Sure.
I like that better.
Safety.
Especially since he finally just got back to the table and making a tough choice to either go for it or play safe. I like it.
He's got a one reel.
Yeah, he's got the long rail here, which he's looking at right now.
Look who's here, Brandon Schuff in the booth. Holy crap! How are you, sir? Sorry. He's kicking. There's no shark here. Don't yell at me. How you doing, Brandon? You had a good time in San Diego.
Brandon Schuff
got my T-shirt.
The booth.
Good thing you remembered that. Welcome back, man. You missed a good one here. We know you were scared. We know you were scared. It's all over the place.
All right, so Mika's looking at this one rail kick, obviously trying to make a perfect kick here because
he's a favorite to hit this one good. It's just
he kicks very he does kick very nicely. I mean he's got a pretty decent, actually superb kicking system. So he probably hit this right in the face as so.
Well.
No, he's got it, but no reward. So now Mike has an open shot, which is
got ball in hand, doesn't he?
No, he hit the one.
Oh, he hit it. All right.
He hit the one, but he's left an open, not an open rack. The 8-10 is not quite tied up. The 8 does, not the 8. I'm sorry, the 4. The 4-10 is not quite tied up. So he has a possible run out here.
He's out.
I don't really see.
He's out.
4 on the side.
Listen.
You know, well, now he's out, you know. The way he got on the 3, he's out.
You like to say that sometimes, you know what I mean?
It's to jinx the player. It's to jinx the player.
It's the commentator's jinx.
Come a little far there.
You know what they did here, though?
Come a little far.
He can't bump into the 10 here.
Well, he could, but with English and to send them the opposite way.
Oh, he didn't have to. Wow, he went right into the 5. Nice shot.
He could have hit the 10 with some outside, and it would have just put him on the rail as he did now.
And now he's got some work to get back down for the 6 here.
No, he's got the stroke to do it.
Yeah, he absolutely. He absolutely has a stroke.
Oh, sure he does.
And he'll come to the other rail so.
No.
Now
he's on the 50.
Well, he doesn't have that corner pocket.
He has the right corner, but
he has the right corner, a back cut to the right corner.
But he also has a safe sending that 6 between the 9 and 10 up to the top rail also. Straight,
yes.
It's almost straight in.
Yes,
to send it there, you know.
An easy kick, but
it's an easy kick, right?
An opportunity to get back at the table if should he give him a decent shot. I don't think he's looking at the side. I think that would be an aggressive shot.
He just called the side.
He just called the side. See what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Well, you get to watch these guys so often. Sometimes you recognize their patterns and recognize what it is that they're willing to do. Sometimes.
Well,
you know he did call the side.
It's not an extreme angle. It's just a.
No, it's not. But like I said, the nature of.
Well,
see what I
he
mean?
hit the point, and he got lucky. Now he's going to have to shoot it again.
He's probably going to give this back.
Yeah, sure. Mika can give this back now.
Which he did. Well, I mean, these are the rules for this tournament. I mean, should you have played without these rules, then it would have been a fortunate shot. That's what these rules do. They give these.
I'm aware, but I was talking about the shot before.
Oh, before that, yeah, you wouldn't have gone for that 6 on the side.
He should have gone to the opposite corner and
came around to
held the cue a little bit.
You know, yeah, but actually,
and it's hard to hold the cue at that angle. He would have came 2 rails, long rail, short rail.
He's got all the tools. He knows how.
He hit that, and he got real good on the 7 for that 6 on the side. But look at this.
Look at this. Kicked softly and a ball in hand. Or did he hit that rail?
I guess the
no,
cue. I guess
the
cue went into.
I have a screen in the way, so I thought he kicked that softly and did not. Still an open rack here, so obviously a favorable.
Yeah. Mika got
position.
a little funnier on the 7 than he wanted to. He's got to come around now. We're
actually
come
no,
off the side rail and just draw it a little
exactly.
bit.
He's coming off the long rail.
Wow. Big turnaround here. Larry is going to go up 3-1 here on Mikey. And it could have went either way, you know.
Yeah, that was a costly wrong choice.
Yeah, you don't need it getting away from you now. Not in the finals, you know. There it is. 3-1 Mika.
3-1 Mika.
In the finals. This is far from over. This is going to be hard fought no matter what happens. It's hard fought, you know. Great players.
If you don't drop a ball on the break, this is all a matter of the break with these fellas.
Right. That's nice seeing Brandon in the room. They're back from San Diego, the Moscone Cup team, you know. I think they had a good time out there. They learned a lot. I hope so. I hope they do well.
Who are they with? Mark Olson.
Yeah,
Mark was there.
Brought him out by the Navy SEAL team to do some kind of training, maybe motivational stuff, you know.
Good.
You're not going to get much more motivated than the Navy SEAL team, you know.
Wow.
You know, he's got to kick this one in.
Which is a hanger.
He's got it. He's no problem.
And
it's a hanger.
But the
getting on
the 2-6, yeah, it's.
Well, either he swings it around and takes the 2-6, or takes the long shot on the 2 from.
He may go rail first and end up playing.
Well, he has to go rail.
The side.
Yeah, he could. You know what? He could play rail first. Play the 2 in the side. You're right, Larry. He'll come around perfect for it. Nope. He went for the 2-6, which is.
Came a little short.
He came short. If he doesn't want to play the combo, he plays safe behind the 6. He's just like that.
Good shot. And that will almost seal a deal for a 4-1 lead here.
No, I think Mike can hit this ball.
Yeah, I think he can hit it also.
You're jumping the gun.
Yeah, I am.
You'd like
but Mika has control, so I got to go with it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You know. But control changes.
Yeah.
In this game, you
really
should
does.
know, but
it really does.
Well, unless you're married, and then
he called safe, I guess.
Oh, this is no good. No bueno.
So what I was saying was it's probably going to be Mika 4-1 right here, and you know, that's
nudge.
That's unfortunate.
Okay,
you know.
all right. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought he almost went too far there.
No, he's right there.
Wow, look at that. Nice shot.
Comes right up behind.
Yeah, he did perfect, didn't he?
Right up.
Well, that was a nice shot.
Well, I hate to say that
That's
you might
why
be
he's
right.
a champion. Huh? That's why he's a champion. You knew he was out also.
Yeah.
I know, I understand. You're trying to keep the people on the edge of their seats in the chat room?
I am not. I am, listen.
It's okay, darling.
They're both friends of mine, so
Yeah, okay, great guys.
so I I'm not pulling
It's
either
just
way.
the people in the chat room hate you now.
They hate me. I doubt that. We can ask them.
That's okay.
No, but you
You
know,
know-
sometimes you're watching two friends play.
Yeah,
You see one is trailing. You want to pull for him too. You know, I mean, you're happy that your other friend is doing so well, but you want to see, you know.
You don't want to see devastation.
Well, no,
You don't-
but
you don't
it
wanna-
happens. I
yeah.
mean, but
4-1.
4-1.
Nice. Mika caught a gear here, I think. He's relaxed. But he's always relaxed, I think. He ever show you any pressure?
Blood pressure?
No. Yeah, I have blood pressure.
Mine, we.
Eddie, I give you a lot
Are we
of
going to
credit.
talk about all your ailments now?
You were here early this morning.
Oh, yeah, yeah, this was a good
I
show.
came in around noon. You were here a few hours before me, and you are still here. That's a lot of staying
This is good
power.
stuff. This is
Listen.
good stuff.
He's furniture here.
This is good stuff.
He's furniture here. You know it.
They give me free coffee. No, they don't give me free coffee.
Is that a hint? Are you trying to
No.
get? Are you trying to get free coffee?
No, I'll be up all night.
Well, the people in the chat apparently want to see devastation. They like
Oh, they
seeing
do.
devastation.
Well, I'm not going to talk that loud because Mike Dechaine's sitting right in front of me, and I'm not going to say
Well, I
devastation.
didn't
Nice
say
break.
it's not from me.
What a nice
I
break.
like
Look at this. Mika's got
I like to see devastation too, but
Look at this. Mika's on the one. The 2-5 is messed up a little bit for him, but,
No, 2-5 is not a problem.
well, yeah, the 2-5
Plays
is
a combo there.
Yeah, I know. It's still a problem.
It's not.
It's the only problem that Mikey's worried about or happy about.
You got to get two
'Cause there's
on the
nothing
two
else.
good. That's the thing.
well, he can set up a bank here.
He could play the
banks,
bank.
He plays bank. That
plays
3 is a hanger.
Killer at a bank. Yeah.
The 3 is a hanger.
Yes.
So he doesn't need to worry
Right.
about position.
No.
What he needs to worry about is
He's
not
making the bank.
making the bank more than anything, because he's not going to float that cue ball anywhere behind the 6, 4, 7, 10 there.
Oh, he went that way.
And he knocked it out perfectly.
Look what he did here.
That was a shot.
My God.
He's still got a favorable
Yeah.
shot here, obviously. But
Well,
as you said, we got Mike sitting here hoping that he fouls up somewhere, you know.
can he kick the inside of this 3 and miss it, or is it?
No, it's in.
It's in anyway, right? 3.
It's a natural shot.
Oh, he went that way. Nice shot.
I
never
couldn't
saw
see
that.
my angle. I couldn't see whether or not
I
he
never
had
saw
that
the
shot.
side pocket coming on that shot. I wasn't looking at it. I thought he was going to play the combination.
Perfect.
Mika getting ready to go up 5-1 here. Am I jumping the gun? Mika getting ready to go
You're
up 5-1.
always jumping the gun.
Yeah, but he's probably getting ready
You're
to go up
jumping
5-1.
the gun, jumping rope. What are you doing?
Jumping beans.
Jumping hurdles.
Jumping beans. You ever see jumping beans?
What are you talking about?
See, you're too young.
Thanks.
When I was a little kid,
Oh God, no! He's talking about eternities ago.
Mexican jumping beans. I remember buying them as a little kid, and if you held them in your hand, they would jump once they warmed up. There was a little worm inside them, and it made them jump. I swear to God. Anybody in the chat remember me?
So-
Just verify so people don't think that.
So you're
I have
telling
the-
me that you played with plastic
no,
beans with
little,
worms in them?
They were like little acorns with the
Now-
little.
now they're acorns.
They were. All right, never mind.
I'm just messing with
That's
you.
all right. It's 5, going up on 5-1, coming up here in a minute. Oh
Wow.
my God Almighty!
See, I told you anything can happen.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
I'm not rooting against
No,
or
I
for
know, I know that.
anyone. I'm just
But
saying.
anything can happen. You were
Well-
not that.
Listen, I'll tell you what. In the chat, when we were talking about
Sure.
devastation and things, yeah, everyone wants to see someone devastate someone. and run out and do all this. There's beauty in it, but there's also a beauty in a nice comeback too.
Mika missed the 9-ball. Yeah, Larry, you weren't watching it, and it was absolute hanger. But he took his eye off it, and that's what happened. He took it for granted. Is all he did. You know, he was right in line with everything, and it was such an easy shot. You just get up and hit it. You don't think about it, and that's exactly what he did. So, you know what? Maybe at 4-2 now, he's happy it happened now because he won't miss another one like that. It was just crazy, you know.
Okay, people in the chat remember the Mexican jumping bean.
Yes, okay.
So you're not out
Thanks
there.
for bailing me out, you guys.
Yeah, you clarified his.
But I haven't seen him in 30 years, so I'd like to show them to my grandkids, you know, just so they can see what they were. You could probably buy them on eBay.
Yeah, you probably could. Someone's got to have a bean somewhere. So what did you do with these Mexican jumping beans?
You held these Mexican jumping beans. They look like little,
And there's Mike ready
half
for
the size of
break.
acorns, and once they warmed up in your hands, the little worm inside would move, and these things would move in your hand automatically. You know, I'm not.
Mike drops the ball,
And it's got a shot.
gets a shot on the 1.
A 1-6 combo.
He's got a one, yeah. I like the way Mike breaks him. I mean, Mika breaks him nicely too, but right now his break is working for him as
It
far
usually
as
does.
providing no clusters.
It usually does. Even Earl said.
You
of
mean
all
you
the
mean by
players,
making 3 balls on the break? That way you mean?
Well, no, it's not
Yeah,
just
no, I
because
understand.
how many times you make
No.
2 or 3 balls on the break, you got a cluster, you got no shot, or you're safe, or you
Earl-
scratch.
What did Earl say when he was on here commentating? He said, aside from Shane, Mike has the best break in the game.
Yeah, he's got it.
He does. He said
He's
it.
got a good break. Like I said, I mean, it could cost him. Those kind of breaks can cost him because if he fails to make a ball, then everything's open. When anytime, not to say that Mike has never broken, not had any clusters, but usually it's pretty wide open, and so it obviously it aids in all the runouts that he's given.
Yeah. We got a
Okay.
surprise for the
Look at this.
viewers.
We got a little surprise.
with new commentary to give us a break because Larry's giving everybody trouble here, and we're tired of being in the booth with Larry. So
Oh, don't say that.
What?
Larry's a
It's all
joy.
right, Eddie.
it's okay,
I love
Larry.
you too.
No,
Anyway.
we're gonna.
Brandon Chef's coming in with Tony Robles and Allison Fisher.
And I can't thank you guys enough, Ed Colhane, Larry Ross, and Snooki for sitting in. But we're going to share this time. In fact, those guys are going to get out, and we got 3 more coming in after.
That's okay.
That's
That'll be
good with
That's
us.
good. I'd like
Whenever
to.
you're ready.
I'd like to hear what Brandon has
Yeah.
to say.
Good with us.
Tell Brandon to save me the chair that he's in so I can sit in that chair. 'Cause I'm old.
Oh, you finally admitted it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Look
You
at
call me
that
sir
shot.
again?
No, I said yes. Okay, 4-3 here.
All right. He's within
4-3, and see if Mikey can put another one here, tie it up.
within one
Get
in
him
this
over.
game here. No, I'm saying, are you ready?
Hey everybody, Allison here with you guys. And we are at a 4-3 game. It was a big swing for Mike to come back and make this a close match. And I do have the announcement for the winners of the prize drawings. So I'm going to go on down the line and start with the 3 AccuStats video giveaways. So that means each winner gets to choose one AccuStats DVD from their collection. You get your video of choice. Winner number 1 is Night Viewer. Once again, that is Night Viewer, winner of one of the AccuStats DVDs. Winner number 2 is Bozak. Winner number 3, the third giveaway for the AccuStats DVD, is Smart Salos. And next up, we're going to be doing the Power One Pocket DVD, Scott Frost. And the winner of that is Adam Lincecum for the Scott Frost DVD. And the next winner we have is for the, let's see here, Kamui. The Kamui prize is Tech Gear 05. And I do believe we have one other prize to give away. I'm going to check and see with Al which prize that is.
Okay, Tony Robles is here in the booth. Finally got a chance to get in the booth with Allison Fisher. And we have a very special guest today, Mr. Brandon Schuff.
Hey, Tony. Thanks for having me, man.
It's a pleasure having you here, buddy. And from what I understand, Mika missed a very easy shot on the 9 ball. That's it right there. He's setting it up to go ahead 5-1.
Yeah, I noticed he one-stroked it, man. It seemed like he was so confident. He just went ahead and just, followed through with the shot like it's a hanger. It just shows you that anybody can do that at any time,
And he hasn't been up to the table since. And Mike Dechaine has just tied at 4-4. He hasn't shot yet, which I kind of had a feeling might have happened because Mike is breaking so well, and he almost always makes that second ball either in either side pocket, which is deadly.
I was just up there saying hi to Jason Shaw, and he told it was right when Mike was breaking, and he told me, he was like, Mike makes it look so easy. He breaks so good. And, it's like you said, you give Mike a chance to come back in the set. Boom.
Okay, guys, and we do have one more giveaway to announce. I was having trouble remembering what the final prize was. And that prize is the 3 DVD set, Break and Run, from Run Out Media. And the winner is Turbo Draw. Congratulations, everybody who won the prizes, and get in touch with Bob for the details.
Tony, I'll tell you, man, with sets like this in the finals, when it gets deep into tournaments, all it can take is one mistake to make everything change. Mike Dechaine's going to capitalize for sure.
And he's looking at you as you're saying that, and he has with a big smile on his face.
Yeah. He's excited.
Well, you know, and I tell people about the excitement of winning. A lot of players seem to lack that nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, like, for example, the legendary Jim Rempe. I've never seen anyone in my entire career become so excited after watching his opponent miss, and he would just leap at the table like a tiger and take his chalk it up 100 miles an hour. Jimmy was always like a lion. He was always happy to be back at the table.
Yeah, you know what I think that is? It's more like it's a big momentum thing. You know, I mean, you get that little opening, and you're going to flex that energy and make your opponent feel it.
That's right. And that's exactly what Mike is doing right now.
Yeah, as soon as Mika missed that ball, he jumped up and he started walking, crossing Mika's path and everything.
Well, I have a question for you, Brandon.
Score updated here for you guys. It's tied at 4 apiece.
I have a question for Brandon. Brandon has been selected as one of the possible players to play in this year's Mosconi Cup, representing the United States, which I had the pleasure of in playing in 2003 and 2004. He played in it 1 year, and I'm with you. I know the feeling. I know what it's like to be there, and it was the most pressure I've ever felt in my career. I don't know about you, but it was exhilarating.
It's the biggest, exhilarating it might be an understatement. But yeah, you're exactly right, man. It was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. But yeah, I've been opened up to a whole new perspective of what it's going to take to turn this game into a sport, and I'm just really happy to be involved, working my butt off.
Well, you just came back from San Diego, from kind of like a boot camp or some gathering that you had together?
I was expecting it to be a boot camp thing, and when we got out there, it ended up being no physical training, but it was a tour of the base and like some team bonding ethics and the history of the Navy SEALs. And man, it was such an overwhelming experience. I can't even begin to put it in words yet. I just got back from the flight. I'm still collecting everything right now.
Looks like you got a little sun on the trip.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, the first couple days we were out there, it was very cloudy and, it was like a little chilly. I didn't even have a hoodie with me.
Wow, yeah, that's how it's been in New York. Today's actually the first very hot day that we've had.
Yeah, this is really the first hot day. It seems like it was, maybe like 83 today.
Well, Brandon just finally got the opportunity to play in one of our tour stops at Q-Bar last week, which you just won. So congratulations again on that victory. And we're hoping to see you more on the tour.
Thanks for letting me squeak by you in the final.
No. Anyone that knows me knows that I've always give credit where credit is due, and you absolutely deserve that victory. So you do know that, and I want to make sure you know that.
Thank you, brother.
And I know that you would have played in this event if it weren't for the Mosconi Cup thing. That's obviously more important, but we hope to see you at some more of our events.
Yeah, I'm gonna be around, man. I definitely feel at home in New York City. I just want to get some more exposure in some tournaments up here. I already know everybody. I just got to come up here and play.
Well, it's great to have you here visiting the area for a while, and obviously Steinway is the spot with all the action happening.
Yeah,
there are a ton of people here.
Is this your first time at Steinway, Brandon?
No, I was here before I went and played on your tour stop. I stopped in here and was hanging out a couple nights practicing and things like that. But yeah, Steinway's the spot.
Will you be playing in the tournament tonight since you're in town?
Oh, there's a tournament tonight?
Yeah, they run a tournament, a handicap tournament every Monday and Wednesday. I'm playing in it. My wife is playing in it.
Oh, cool.
Ginky's niece might play in it.
Yeah, so maybe I'll go out to my car and grab my cues. Yeah, that would be awesome.
And Manny would love that.
Yeah, Manny's cool.
Manny's awesome. He's done so much for pool here in the New York City area.
Yeah, you can tell he really breaks his back to help the players.
And I don't know if you've been to Amsterdam Billiards. Have you ever been there?
I've been there one time, like a long time ago, but I can't even. It's like I haven't been there,
It's a very beautiful room. I'm the house pro there, and I can tell you they treat me very well there. And any pro that goes there, they welcome them with open arms.
Awesome. Well, then I definitely got to check that place out. How far is that from here?
A 15, 20-minute train ride.
Oh, that's not bad.
If you're driving, it's only like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
well, pushes Mika ahead.
Oh, sorry. Is this true double elimination?
No, we've always had, we originally started that way when we started the tour in 2008. And there were some matches that went up to 3, 4, even 5 in the morning. So we decided to just make the finals one race, but it's a modified race.
Oh.
To where if the undefeated reaches 9 first at a regular tour stop, then the tournament is over, they win. If the player from the one-loss side reaches 9 first, then the race is extended by 2 games to 11.
Oh.
But in the Ginky Memorial, we always have a race to 11 in the final since it's such a big event. So if Mike reaches 11 first, he wins the event. If Mika does, then it's extended to 13.
Oh, okay. So a 13 to 11 race.
That is correct. So how awesome is Mark Wilson?
Man, this guy, this guy's doing so much for Team America, it's unbelievable. I mean, he put everything together, and he actually had the connection with a gentleman named Amir Pishdad, who is a retired lieutenant commander, Navy SEAL. And he's known him for years now, and he's the connection that got us out there to the Navy SEAL base.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, I'll try to tell you as much as I can remember, but I know that they weren't trying to let us in there. I mean, this guy had to go to his commanding officer and the above ranks and everything.
That's pretty awesome.
And they kept declining him and declining him and declining him, and then right at the last minute, they allowed to let us on the base, and no general public is allowed to go where we went.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's incredible.
We got to step foot on the beach where, you know, so many people have trained, and, you know, our fallen heroes have trained. It's like, wow, man, it's so over. And the fact that it was Memorial Day weekend made it even twice as big of a deal.
Well, we just had the owner of Steinway, Manny, stop by the booth. Any words you want to say to everyone out there, Manny?
No, I'm all right.
You don't want to thank everyone for tuning in.
He says if you're ever
he's
in
a very
New York
shy
City,
guy.
come on to Steinway.
He's a very shy guy, but not when it comes to the action.
That's right.
We had a quick question from Ron Mason in the chat asking about the drawing for the Q. And Jimmy Martinez was the winner of the Q raffle.
Yeah, we did the Q raffle, and Manny made $1 million from that raffle, and he's happy, and it was awesome. But Manny, now that you're here.
There's an 8-ball there.
Wow, look at that. Thank you for all that you do for the sport. Everyone appreciates it. And
hit watch. Tournament director John Lehman, or is he assistant tournament director?
You know what, John, when we started the Ginky Memorial, when Ginky passed away, I approached John and I approached Jose Burgos of the Mez Tour. John owns the Tri-State Tour, and I said, John, I'm going to start a Ginky Memorial. My goal is to make it big and to honor the Ginkster, but I want to be able to join forces with the two tours to, you know.
And he probably gladly agreed to help.
It has turned into the biggest event in New York. There's no tournament out there, not even the World Championship, not even the Empire State, that has as many players. Last year we had 193 players between the amateurs and the pros.
Wow.
It was phenomenal. This year we had over 170, 175 players.
That's a stellar turnout.
We had to turn down 25 amateurs for the amateur event. It was sold out at 128 players. We had over 200 people on Saturday morning in this event.
Well, you know what I can say about that is you guys are definitely doing your job up here, because if you're getting that many players, you're doing something. Wow, that's impressive.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it was packed here on Saturday.
I mean, Manny actually came up to me and told me, I couldn't believe it, that on Saturday alone, he sold more food than he ever sold for the World 14.1 tournament, more food than he ever sold for the Efren versus Earl match, and that was 3 days long. So,
wow.
Obviously, I was happy to hear that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
We got a tie game, guys.
55.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Brandon, but my favorite matches are hill matches. Always have been.
Oh, man. Oh, listen. Usually when I'm commentating in other places, I always say that. When I'm in the booth, I want to see a hill or thriller.
But not when you're playing.
Yeah, but not when but except for when I'm in the box.
Way. I love to win it, but I don't like to lose it.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, what's the best match to sweat?
Ginky's niece, Gina, right here, taking a picture of us.
All right.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of knowing Ginky. I played him a few times. I've never beat him. He's the most triple seed player I've ever played. Cool, calm, and collective to the fullest. It's really sad that he's gone, but I'm sure he'd be looking down on this tournament and he'd be so proud.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no doubt about that one. And I was just talking to his sister, Irene Tansusi, and telling her how much Ginky would absolutely love the action that is now in New York City since Steinway became the main action room, especially since Strickland became the house pro here. There's so many people coming in droves and all the top other pros. And you know, Ginky would have definitely been one of the house pros here. No doubt about it.
Steinway has really helped revive pool on a new level here. This is not like anything I know I've personally seen since my time here. Although pool has such a great tradition of great fans, great competitors, and all-around awesome support.
See, now you notice on that break he made the second ball again in the center, in the side pocket, but he took a little off the break because the previous break he broke and jumped the cue off the table, which gave Mika the chance to run out and make it 5.
You know, this is probably going to be a close set the whole way.
That is what I would expect also.
So what are your plans for the next couple of months, Rand, as far as tournament and Mosconi Cup?
I actually have a pretty good schedule going on right now. I was going to go to the China Open, but I ended up not getting a spot somehow. They have more Americans going to the China Open this year than they ever have.
Wow.
And I think a group of the guys going is like Hunter Lombardo, Corey Deuel, I think Shane is going, I think Rodney's going.
Wow.
Who else? There's a few I'm missing. I think there's 7 of them total. And so I'm skipping out on the China Open, but in 3 weeks I'll be leaving for Qatar to the World 9-Ball.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I hear Qatar is beautiful. I've never been there, but I hear it's very nice.
Look at what Mike is sitting here with now on this 5-ball.
I mean, I had to take a guess. He's probably going to cut in the corner, go 2, possibly 3 rails for the 6. Hope he ends up with an angle.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed something very, very sensitive going on right here. If you pay attention to the rhythms being played, Mika has a very, fast-paced rhythm. He strokes everything. He walks around. Everything is in a good rhythm. It's a faster pace than what Mike normally plays. And if you pay attention to the few positional errors that Mike had in the few games, was because he sped up his pace, and it was because from watching Mika do it. So it's
you're saying it's like a subconscious
you speed up a little bit because that's what your opponent's doing. You can't help it.
Yeah, you have a tendency to reflect what your opponent is also doing at the table.
Exactly.
It's kind of like if you smack me, I'll smack you back.
Exactly. Yeah, right. That's right. No, but it's kind of like which pace is better? A little faster or a more conservative, slower pace?
Right.
Do you see what I mean? Wow, what a roll that was.
Yeah.
But he got rewarded for shooting the right shot.
It was a tough shot.
Yeah. He hit it good. He hit it real good.
He did. Very clean.
Just saw Jerry T dash in front of the camera.
Always on the job and always running on the job, just like you, Allison. We can never thank you guys enough for all the hard. I mean, if you had the slightest clue how hard these guys work, it's unbelievable. Allison and Jerry T of NYC.
I've been watching it for years. They kill it.
Oh, thank you, guys.
And then Upstate Al and Joey Leong and Bob CMB. What is it? CMB WSU?
That's right.
That's what I believe. How hard?
Mika's got some fans up here in New York City.
I guess so.
Mike's giving it a little smirk.
Speaking of the people that support the tour, we want to give some credit to our awesome sponsors. Poison, Billiards Digest, Delta 13, and of course AZ Billiards and Simonis Cloth, Kings of Vapor, the Tap Leagues, and everybody at Live Stream News that works hard to promote these events. We really appreciate everyone who makes it happen. And the Ginky Memorial is a 3-way co-production between the Tri-State Tour, Predator Tour, and the Mez Pro-Am Tour, all based around the Tri-State area. So we are very lucky to have all of these tours putting on this fabulous event. And we have Mika Immonen breaking
Let's see if
with a 1-game lead.
the 9 or the 8 go on the side. Nope, they're going.
I don't think
the 8 was going
anything is
below and the
happening.
9 was going above.
No dice.
No dice. 3's tied up with the 8 though. He's got to kind of kill this ball with some bottom right. Maybe, you know, if you hit it short on accident, it'll go off the 5. It's going to go nowhere. But you kind of got to keep your cue ball right there so you can just shoot the deuce down in the corner and blast over there and break out the 3. I would just kill it with some drag draw, you know.
That's correct, yeah. I agree. That's a good shot.
And it's not diamond tables, so, you know, you don't have to worry about that quick little bounce that it gets usually. You know, the rails are a little succulent sometimes. See, I don't know if I would have done that.
Well, I'll tell you what, he came out swinging like a rose kind of there.
Yeah.
The question
yeah.
is, when he comes off the 2, will he have the ability to hit the 9 flush? Because if he does, then it'll double kiss straight across the table.
That's right, that's right.
But if he hits the other side of the ball, then it's a good possibility he'll end up closer to where that ball near the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, that shot right there was so risky. It was unbelievable. But when you're feeling good, you know, you got to do what you're feeling, you know. And I'll tell you.
See, look, like I said, he double kissed on the top side of the 9. That's why he wound up near the top rail.
My favorite thing about Mike's game is when the position gets out of line or the distance gets long or things get tough, he still walks around with the same confidence. He still treats the shot with the same confidence. You know, it's not like, oh shoot, I'm out of line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm on the rail.
And
you
more
know,
importantly, he comes up with the shot.
Yeah, that's right.
For the most part.
Yeah, he can come with it.
Upstate Al just walked into the booth. We just finished thanking you and Joey and Mike for all that you do. See, like I said, he comes up with the shot, right?
Yep, what a shot.
He's got to force follow this to come forward for the 5 ball. Or do you just float through
I think
between the 6 and the 10?
Oh, wow. Yeah, he looks like he's almost straight in.
He's pretty straight.
I think he's going to try to throw it in there with a little bit of top left and just try to bring the cue ball up there and take the long shot on the 5. Yeah, that's what he tried to do. Well, he might have went too far. He went too far, but he can masse and still make it, though. But it's a difficult shot. Position on the 6 isn't guaranteed if he makes it.
I thought he was just going to slow roll it and take a slightly tougher, longer shot. You know, that's what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah, that kind of looked like what he was trying to do. I think he just overhit it a little bit. See, when I'm faced with a situation like that and I understand how serious it is, I like to take an extra few seconds and really analyze to make sure there's nothing else, you know?
Yeah, the mind is so powerful.
What a shot.
The slightest bit of doubt is all it takes for your stroke to get a little heavy.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot there.
He hit it with great speed.
Looks like he's going to draw back and play this in the side pocket. But he's got to be careful not to overdraw it and give himself a funny angle on the side, because then he might be faced with a difficult shot up in the corner or hard position to get on the 8.
He overdrew it.
See?
He overdrew it.
Now he's got the more of a difficult shot in the corner.
I've seen Efren shoot this shot, and Efren shoots this shot in the side pocket, hits the dead center, hits it with inside spin, and goes 2 rails, and right almost scratching in that side pocket coming there, makes it look like it's a joke.
Wow.
He's the best I've ever seen shooting that shot. That shot is like a joke for him. It's unbelievable.
He like stiffs it with inside English and lets the cue ball do all the walking.
Unbelievable. He's probably just going to run into the 9, tap it a bit. That's a
good
move
shot.
there.
Good
You
shot.
called it.
These guys are loaded with confidence right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like to congratulate Adam Smith. Adam Smith came to New York for the first time. I've known Adam for quite a number of years. Never saw him around this part of town. And he did extremely well, finished 3rd, had a very, very strong tournament.
Yeah, I saw he was playing the hot seat match, right?
He played his hot seat match with Dechaine. It was a close match, and but he beat Mika and put Mika in the 1-loss side.
Yes, he did yesterday.
Wow.
And Mika actually beat Jason Shaw twice this event.
Wow.
They drew each other first round yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then they ended up playing later on today, right?
Yep.
All right, the match is tied up. We are here at the 4th Annual George Ginky Sanssouci Memorial. This is Steinway Billiards in Astoria, New York. I'm your host here in the booth, Allison Fisher of NYC Grind, and joining me is Tony Robles and Brandon Schuff.
Hey.
We want to give a quick announcement for everybody. Coming up next weekend,
2 weekends, yeah.
2 weekends from now, we have the NYC 8-Ball Championships. It's a BCAPL sanctioned event open to players of all levels, similar to the national championships held in Las Vegas. So leisure division, open division, advanced, masters, and grandmasters for the men.
And women.
And women. So NYCPoolChampionships.com. It's being put on by Silent Assassin Productions.
And it will
Tony
be here at
and Gail.
Steinway Billiards from June 6th through the 8th. And Mark Griffin has joined forces with us along with Manny to put this event together. And we are going to have limited fields. And the entry fees to all events are $100 if you're a BCA Pool League member. And Predator is the main sponsor for that, along with Delta 13, Gotham City Technologies, and Allison Fisher of NYC Grind, and the NAPL and the BCA.
And we will be doing a live stream from that event.
Along with Al, Upstate Al, and you guys are co-producing
Absolutely,
it again.
co-produced by AZB-TV and NYC Grind. Really excited to be a part of this inaugural event. And I'll be competing as well.
Thank you, Allison.
You got it, Tony. And we do have another announcement here, just in from Upstate Al. The New York State Amateur 10-Ball Championships is going to be held August 9th and 10th in Lindenhurst, New York at Mr. Q Billiards. And we are going to be doing another live stream with AZB-TV and NYC Grind. So we thank everybody for your support out there who participates and takes part in these great streams. So we thank you all.
Oh, you caught a bit of a roll there, you know, coming off lightly off that ball.
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
a lot of traffic to dodge there.
He could have easily hit the 9 a little more solid and end up in the 50-yard line, you know.
He miscued there a little bit. He's
Yeah,
still
he
got a
came short
shot
on
there.
Yeah, he'll be all right here.
Fast and loose.
I tell you, when he won that second U.S. Open in a row, he had lost his second round match to Chris Bartram and won 14 consecutive matches, including a comeback. I believe it was 10-5 down 10-5, or yeah, I think it was 10-5 to Lee Van Corteza.
Wow.
And pulled that one off and wound up winning the U.S. Open for the second year in a row.
How strong
But he
is
was
that?
like on fire. He literally was not missing a shot.
I remember watching all that. I'll tell you, this will be a good win for Mika right here.
Oh yeah, because he told me that he was always disgusted that every year that we've had the Ginky Memorial on Labor Day weekend, which is the first weekend of September, he always had a championship he had to go to overseas, so he could never play in it. So when we switched it to Memorial Day this year, he was very happy because he got the chance to play in it.
That's great.
We just got a little reminder from Devil Dave in the chat about the event coming up this weekend. It's a 3,000 added Tri-State Tour event happening at Gotham City Billiards in Brooklyn,
And if
which
you get
we
a
will
chance,
also be doing a live stream for.
That's awesome. And if you get a chance to stop by Gotham, please support that event, because Isabel Buckley, Kevin Buckley have done so much for pool, and they're such good people. And they have run such a tight ship in such a beautiful room. And Allison and JT are always excited to go there. You do very well there too when you play there.
Yeah, I have done well there a couple times, and they're just top-notch people, top-notch promoters for pool, and they add additional money to all of the Tri-State Tour events that are held there. And it's also one of the only rooms in New York City with diamond tables.
And it is a beautiful room.
It is really beautiful. They just remodeled it last summer. And they have lots of cool sports memorabilia, pool memorabilia, and a lot of pool books and DVDs that you can buy there too.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that place last weekend, Tony.
Yeah, it's a very, very beautiful place. And I mean, the owners are amazing. The owners, I guarantee you'll love them if you meet them when you meet them the first time.
Man, I got so many pool rooms I got to check out here. I don't even know if I have enough time.
Yeah. Well, you're busy trying to prepare way ahead of time for that Mosconi Cup. And getting back to Mark Wilson, wow, he hit those great.
Yeah.
Getting back to Mark Wilson, I've always considered Jerry Bryseth and Mark Wilson the two top instructors I've ever seen.
Listen, his book, Play Great Pool, is like one of the strongest pool books I've ever seen. I didn't even know it existed until I got to really talking with him and bonding with him at the Derby, and then being selected as one of the top 8. You know, he gave me a copy of the book, and you know, looking through it, it's unbelievable. You know, I mean, there's infinite things to learn in pool. So when you learn something, you can't fool yourself and think you know it forever.
Oh yeah.
And he covers like so many different things. You could go back and always refresh yourself and learn something new again, is what it seems like.
Sounds like I need to get a copy of this book.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
What's the name of it again?
Play Great Pool.
Play Great Pool. That's awesome. Well, you know, another book that I found really amazing was Phil Capel's Play Your Best Pool
Play Your
series.
Best 9-ball. Is it Play Your Best 9-ball?
He has Play Your Best Pool, Play Your Best 8-ball, Play Your Best 9-ball, Play Your Best Straight Pool, and a Mind for Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Phil is actually in the house here at the moment too.
Yeah, Phil stopped by a couple of hours, and he's been wanting to sweat the action. And he unfortunately got very sick after he moved to New York, which was a dream of his about 2 years ago. So he had to move back to California, take care of his health. And he recently moved back, and he's living by the Upper West Side. So he's exhilarated to be back in New York. So I'm very happy for him.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know he was. I didn't know he lived up here. I don't think I've ever met him, but I remember when I was a kid, I used to read his Play Your Best 9-ball.
Yeah.
I used to be a book nut when I was coming up as a kid playing pool.
Yeah, if he's still here at the end, I'll introduce you to him.
Yeah,
he's a really good guy.
That would be great.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Phil is very, very nice and just so knowledgeable. He's so on point. He posts a lot of interesting things to Facebook with analysis of different events that he watches on the streams. I love it. I love seeing what Phil has to say and his input and his commentary.
But you know what I respect about him the most? That someone that would have written, because I consider his books some of the greatest books ever written, ever too. I've read every single one of them. And what I love about Phil is that it's never enough. He's always looking to see what he can do to improve. Yeah. And that's a special quality that not everyone has.
That's
right. He just told me a little while ago when I saw him for the first time in a couple of months, he said, I think I finally figured out a way to revolutionize the game. And I'm so excited. I'm going to tell you about it sooner or later, but I'm still working on it now. And I could see the enthusiasm in his face, and he's saying, if anyone can do it, he can.
That's right. Yeah, that's good you say that, man. One of the best elements anybody could ever have for success is just dedicating yourself to 100% improvement all the time, no matter what, no matter how good you get at something.
Well, that's what I always respected about Ginky. I once saw Ginky practice a 3-rail kick shot into the corner pocket for 3 consecutive hours. Then he shot it for another 3 hours so that he always made it in the left-hand side of the pocket, and then another 3 hours till he hit it to the right-hand side of the pocket.
Oh, that's too strong there.
Oh, but Brandon, every time that I left him that shot at least, and I saw anyone leaving that shot, he nailed it every single time.
Wow.
But it's like that's the type of dedicated player that
that's
he
some
was.
Serious commitment to your practice right there.
This is some great safety exchange here.
Yeah, this is a good rack right here. And also should mention that it's probably one of the most important racks so far. But then again, every game you progress is the most important rack.
For sure. Now, do you try to come under the 7-ball here?
I think he's going to look to, he might slow roll the 8 up onto the 5 and just take a foul.
He's going to call the 10. He's going to try to call because he doesn't really have much to do here. He can roll the 8 because the 8 would be a better idea, that in the hopes of messing up the 5-10 combo.
Yeah, and not only that, but you reposition the 8 away from the side pocket and put it in even more of a difficult spot. You know, you're kind of taking a double chance there.
You're making him earn it.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, wow.
Boy, he hit that great too.
He did.
That was a heck of a try right there.
He really wanted to make that so badly because of what Mika did earlier.
Yeah. He might have made it if he didn't react that hard.
What a great try.
Yeah, very, very dramatic. You gotta love it.
See, now these shots right here, these are what I call blood testers.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I'm not trying to jinx Mika, but he's one of the best I've ever seen making these shots. And also, see, look at that. And center of the pocket.
Yeah.
So clean.
And Earl Strickland is one of the best I've ever seen making that shot, too.
Oh, yeah, Earl on those shots just does not think twice. Tony, Brandon, I just want to let you guys know we have 1,133 people out in the chat.
Wow.
Out in the stream, that is. There aren't that many people signed into the chat, but there are 1,130 people watching the stream. Thank you, everybody. Really tremendous.
Yeah, we really appreciate your support.
That's some serious numbers right there, yeah.
Well, these two world-class players certainly do deserve the great attention. Oh, my bad.
Well, you know, as most of you know, Mike Dechaine is sponsored by Snookers in Rhode Island, which is one of the most beautiful rooms, and it's the only room in the country that has a Hall of Fame.
Yes,
inside their room.
Yes, the New England Hall of Fame.
And it's absolutely beautiful. Steve and Regina Golding run an amazing room there. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah, I've been there a few times, yeah.
And so I was thinking one day, and I said, you know, back in the late 70s, they used to have this amazing tournament called the Eastern States 9-Ball Championships. And back then, the championship was so big that people considered it almost the equivalent of a U.S. Open. And anyone in the pool world played in it. Mm-hmm. Mike Siegel won it one year, I believe. I know Mike Zucklin won it one year.
Wow.
Even Cicero Murphy won the 14.1 version of it.
What happened to that tournament?
You know, I decided to revive it this year. And I'm going to do it at Snookers on Labor Day weekend, August 30th to September 1st. And he's going to add 5,000, 2,000 to the amateur, and 3,000 to the pro.
Awesome. I'm going to try to make it out to that.
We're hoping to make it even bigger than that. If it turns out well and we end up with a very good field, I'm pretty confident that Steve will help us grow it.
Yeah, I know I'll be in the area the whole month of August, so I'm just going to go ahead and tack that onto my calendar.
So I'm assuming since you're going to be here, you're going to play in the Steinway Classic and the World Straight Pool, correct?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to spend as much time up here as I can just because the pool scene's so popping up here, you know. It's really worth it.
Well, we feel lucky to have you, and we're glad that you're getting the time.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it very much.
So I have a good friend of mine in the chat room by the name of Troy O'Brien that asked a question yesterday that he didn't get a clear answer to. But I'm not that close to the chat room, but I just happened to just see it when I got closer. Troy, if you can ask the question again, I would love to know what it is.
And Brandon, you did also get a question just now from Nicole Fleming, who was wondering if you will be in Herndon for the APT.
Oh, there's a possibility I may be there. I'm not really sure exactly. I mean, the regional tours are really good and everything, and they're great practice, but I'm really starting to. I've been introduced to a whole new world of pool since I've been working with Mark Wilson and the whole Moscone Cup venture and everything, and I'm taking training to a whole new level. So, you know, these regional tour events, you know, they're really good and everything, but I'm going to focus on training and practicing more, and I don't know if it's really worth the investment. You know, they don't add any money to the tournament, and it's really difficult. So I don't know. It is right in my backyard, but we'll see. I might still be up here. I might find a tournament up here.
Well, Mika is only now 3 games away from a possible win.
Well, he's 3 games away from extending it to 13.
Oh, extending it to 13. My bad. Yep, that's what I meant.
And Mika is one of the best, you know, kick safety players that I've seen. He's really, truly mastered that aspect of the game.
Yeah, he definitely sees the right angles to play when he kicks into balls. That's something that grows on players, you know. The more safeties you dig out of out of kicking, the more you're going to remember them and the more you're going to know how to try them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the great Efren Reyes is the one that introduced that concept years ago.
And you know what? I can't help but to notice is when you see a player not flail at a kick shot, and they actually, you can see them thinking about the speed that they're trying to do it. They might not know exactly where they're trying to pinpoint the object ball and the cue ball after the shot's over, but you could tell by the speed that they hit it that they're trying to create a safety from it and learn from it.
That's right.
When you see a player just flail at a kick shot, then you know they're not really willing to learn. You see what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Mikey hit that one pretty good.
It's a good shot. Don't get me wrong, there's some times where you do got to flail at the kick shots, though, you know.
It's very true. I've been able to learn so much from watching so many other great players around New York for that specific reason, because it was something that I had very little knowledge about, the kick safes, and just watching their process of making those decisions is really important.
I'm really enjoying myself here watching how serious these guys are.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is a great show.
Oh, look at that. He bumped open the
that was a surprise there.
9
You don't
and the
see
10.
him. You don't see him dog a jump shot, not dog, but miss a jump shot too often.
It looks like there are even more people here than there were before.
Oh yeah, this place is packed right now.
I tell you, New York City pool up here, you guys are really paying some good contribution to the growth of pool. I mean, look at this place right now.
You should have seen it Saturday when we had over 200 people here, man. We had a full field, and everyone was here at 10 a.m. to start their first matches. Because the Ginky Memorial is the only event where we take the entries ahead of time. Because with a field that size, you can't afford to do the draw the day of. If not, you'll never finish.
Wow.
So we did the draw like almost a week. The day that you were there, that you won, we did the draw for the Ginky Memorial for the amateurs that day.
Really? Did it that
While
early?
you were playing your match, we were doing the draw.
Oh. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, for an event that magnitude, unless, you have a pool that agrees to do it for 4 days, but you won't be able to get everyone to play for 4 days because they can only take so many days off.
Of course.
Speaking of which, we do have the amateur winner directly on the other side of this table from us, Capriel Delamelkonoglu. Tried my best there, Capo. On,
that was
his
very good.
I spell it often enough for these tour events.
Hold on. What'd you say?
Delamelkonoglu.
Yeah, no, I kid you not. I'm gonna ask him to show you his license later. Yeah. It doesn't fit. They couldn't fit the entire name on his license.
No way. Which person is that?
He is he's sitting to the right of Ed Culhane with the Ginky Memorial shirt.
Okay. He won the amateur open?
He won the amateur, went undefeated.
Wow, he must be a strong player.
I think his handicap is probably getting raised from a B to a B plus, from what I understand, after this event.
Yes, ma'am.
That'll happen when you snap off the amateur events.
That's right. And he played John Ortiz in the finals, and the score was 9-7.
So was Earl here this weekend? How did he do?
8-7, right?
Yeah, current score is 8-7.
Yeah, the current score is 8-7. Earl did not play because he had to leave today to fly out to Ireland.
Yeah, he's doing a bunch of exhibitions there. Yeah. He does once a year, and he gets paid, from what I understand, a good sum of money for
I remember last year he was there, and he had a big success out there.
He did stop in to watch for a while, and he did do a little commentating.
That's pretty cool.
We had Karen Corr here yesterday as well.
Yeah, she's always a great addition to a tournament for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so my lovely wife Gail just walked into the booth, and I've been trying my best to conceal my cough as best as possible. So I was waiting for you to get in so you can hopefully jump in the chat with Brandon and Allison, because I'm struggling a bit. So I'm going to go have a little tea. So I'm hoping that you'll take over for me. Okay? So we're going to have Gail Robles step into the booth. Brandon, have you ever met my wife, Gail?
I think I met her last weekend. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Well, Allison, I wanted to ask you a question. I mean, how many man hours do you and Jerry put in to NYC Grind?
I don't even have an exact
or let's just say per week.
Too many to really put a good number on it.
Yeah, I notice you guys are always working. I can't help but to notice it.
We do put in a lot of hours, and I wish that I could clone myself, Brandon. I really do. I really do.
I bet you do.
And for as much as I do, really, Jerry eats, sleeps, breathes NYC Grind, and he's always working on video editing projects, doing stuff behind the scenes, running around with the cameras.
Yeah, you guys really do it up, I tell you.
And I did plan the event this weekend as well.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I cashed for the first time in the Predator Tour as of this year. I cashed last year, so I finished in 17th.
You go,
place.
girl.
Yeah,
there
pretty happy.
Progress.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
We had a nice turnout for the female players. I think we had about 12 women in the event.
Mm-hmm. Who won that one?
Oh, just as part of the amateur.
Oh, I see.
So
I see.
we're all in the mix.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we could be looking at a tie game depending on the outcome of this situation, but now Mike has hooked himself.
Yeah, that's a
with
very dangerous shot coming 2 rails behind those 2 balls, because coming behind them leaves you vulnerable to be stuck behind 2 balls.
Right.
You know, he bumped one out and it stayed in the way.
And we do have Mrs. Gail Robles here in the booth with us. Glad to have you back, Gail.
Hi, Allie. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Gail. How are you?
I was really just put on the spot there.
That's all right.
I saw that. He just
He's been struggling with that.
He kidnapped you.
That's part of the fun of it, right?
My boss told me what I had to do next, so I listened. So what's going on in the match? I literally just came in from Manhattan, so tell me what's up.
It's pretty much been a game apiece, or, you know, exchanging of racks off and on, few mistakes here and there, but nothing too crazy. Both players are very forceful with their momentum running around the table. It's a high-powered match for sure. Mika is leading 8-7 right now, and I think Mika is he has to race to 13.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
And Mike is going to 11.
Yes. Well, I think if Mika gets to 11 first, then it's extended to 13.
So then they will both have to go to 13.
Right. If Mike gets to 11 first, then I think the game's over.
Oh, see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I get it. So if Mike was to reach 11 first, he
then
wins.
the match should be over, right?
If Mika reaches 11, then they both have to go to 13?
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, that's a pretty cool little format right there. I didn't quite get that right away.
It's an interesting little
twist.
Very tricky.
Right.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Well, Tony or Finnegan, I'm not sure.
Did Tony come up with that?
I'm not sure. It's Tony or Finnegan. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is just regular call shot, right? So if he misses a ball, he has to. The next player has to shoot no matter what, right?
Call shot, call safety. So actually, Mike does have the option to give this back to Mika should he choose to.
That's the best rules. out there.
You like them too?
I love it.
Yeah, Earl plays on the tour consistently, and he just thinks these are my favorite rules. They take out most of the garbage.
Yeah, there's almost no luck. It leaves most of the luck in the break.
And a safety, if there's not an intentional re-safety back.
Yeah. I don't know if he's thinking about cutting this ball. As straight as these guys have been shooting this whole set, I got a feeling he's just going to dice this ball in.
When you're feeling that confident, it doesn't look that hard.
That's right. Yeah, and the one main factor about call shot, call safety versus call shot 10 ball is it eliminates the two-way shot. You can never shoot a two-way. You have to stay with one plan at all times.
Yep.
Oh, he tried to get through there and play safe. That was a pretty good shot. He let him see it.
He let him see it, and there's
But it's
Mika
not
could
easy.
easily put the cue ball back behind the 6 ball.
I think he might try to back cut the 2 ball into the corner and bring the cue ball 1, 2, 3 rails up to kind of where the cue ball is right now. Or if he hits it good, maybe he'll have a better shot on the 4 if he makes the 2. Let's see what he does.
Yeah. Now without the two-way, I'm curious if he's going for it or if he called safety. Did he call safe?
He called safe. Yeah. Uh-oh.
In the drink.
That's love to your eyes when your opponent does that when you're down a game late in the set.
Yes. How about Mika coming back after that loss to Adam Smith?
Right?
To get back to the finals.
Yeah, I was kind of following a little bit on Facebook, so I kind of saw who was having a good tournament and things like that, and I did notice that.
Not only that, he was trailing 4-1 in the semifinal against Adam.
Really?
Wow.
Very strong. Well, I know Mika didn't like losing the first time. He made some Facebook comment about, tough game for him, and he's going to come back hungrier, something like that. So.
Yep, and now look at him.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is actually Mika's first tour, Ginky Memorial. He's missed the first 3, so this is the first one. So he would love to come roaring in here first time playing in the Ginky Memorial and take it.
Yeah, that would make it a really big win for him.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Mike has seen 3 of the 4 finals, right?
Yes, actually, I believe he has.
I think he won the very first one and then took second to Earl in the second one. And then last year, Mike Davis won it playing. Who did he play? Was it
Mike
Dennis?
Davis played Dennis. Dennis Hatch in the final last year.
That's right. That was one of Mike's last big wins before he ended up taking a job and working for a living.
Yep. Nice way to go out.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I actually remember that he had announced that he was retiring shortly before he won this tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he snaps it off. You would think that I won. All right, I'm going to keep playing. But no, he stuck with his guns and he continued to pursue the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, kudos to him. I've been really good friends with Mike for many, many years. He was actually one of the first pool players I ever met when I was a little kid. We were from the same small town. And
I hear a similar dialect in your voice.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit for how I got introduced to pool.
He has a very unique style, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a great role model too. He's real quiet. He's real collective. He plays good. He works hard at his game. His straight pool game is phenomenal.
Yep.
We miss Mike, that's for sure.
I find that a lot of people, even Tony, when Tony won the BCA back in 2004, he said that was like going to be one of his last years. Like he was like, that was going to be the last year he played because he was just decided this is not going where I need it to go. And I find when you put that kind of I'm going to quit, it doesn't really matter kind of thing in your head, that's when you find that next level is reached because you've stopped putting that kind of pressure on yourself and you just relax and let it go and let your natural talent come out.
Yeah, it's like weight off the shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, here's Mike's awesome break. Let's see it.
4 ball.
Well, his cue ball got kicked a little bit. Ball's tied up a little bit. if he had an open shot on that combo, he'd be all right. I think he can still shoot it without losing the cue ball.
Yeah, this is true. He should have natural shape to play the one.
Yeah,
he's gonna
get the bridge. He's gonna have. Oh, this is a very difficult shot. If he makes this ball and holds his cue ball, it's impressive.
Well, I like playing safe. I like hitting the right side of the one ball and trying to stick the cue ball behind the 3 and put the 1 up table. At tied game, you know if you get to 11, the game's over.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is sell out shooting at something like that combo.
For
yeah,
sure.
You're right.
You definitely don't want to let Mika in the game. He went for it.
He went for the carom. Well,
I actually like the carom idea.
Yeah, that was an okay shot. I think the reason that he missed was he was stretching so hard.
Right.
You know.
And he's not happy. Viewers can't see, but Mika.
I'll tell you
Mike's
what.
not happy.
Mika
is taking
really
a
loved
break.
to walk away from the table there, didn't he?
Yeah, Mika is stepping away.
Let me tell you something. Pool's not just about pot and balls. There's a psychological warfare that goes on too.
Oh,
most
yeah, well
definitely.
said.
That is for sure.
That might be the most interesting thing. That might be more interesting than watching them run racks.
That's true.
Paying attention to how they mess with each other's head and
yeah.
do things and cater to their mentalities, you know?
Yep.
Mike's
We didn't see you in
fuming.
this tournament.
Yeah, I was in San Diego doing some team bonding with the Moscone Cup players and Mark Wilson, our coach, and the assistant coach, Don Wardell.
How was that?
It was unbelievable experience. I just got back today. I haven't even really been able to soak it all in yet, but it was definitely a real eye-opener. I've made some really cool Facebook posts about the experiences throughout the weekend, and along with all the other players, they did too. And you know, it was a real privilege. So if anybody wants to know more details of the trip, I'm not quite able to put everything in words, but on Facebook it's looking pretty good right now. So check out my Facebook page if you get a chance.
I'll definitely do that. That sounds awesome. How's everybody feeling the team dynamic and Mark and all the?
I'm gonna be honest. That's a really good question. The whole purpose of this weekend was team bonding and brotherhood, and when we went to the Navy SEAL thing and really got to see what brotherhood really means. Like I tell you, Justin Hall pointed out a good thing when we were down there. After yesterday we did a fundraiser for the paralyzed military veterans, and we raised like $1,800.
Wow.
In like 3 or 4 hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. But he pointed something out that when we went there to the Navy SEAL base, and we saw all these guys training and doing their thing, and we noticed that when you go there to train to be a Navy SEAL, everything goes out the window, and it's like your brothers right away. You're ready to give your life for each other. It's like stronger than family is what it looks like. That's what Justin was explaining. So, but we had the pleasure of learning how to bond as a team and what a team really means.
Yeah.
So, not many people have really studied that in pool.
Right,
So,
yeah, I was just about to say pool is such a sort of loner mentality that when you guys come into these situations, you have to really adjust and try to
it's hard to work together.
Yeah, hard to work together. So
when
it's
they're your
really
competitor the next day at a tournament,
right?
That's cool you say that, because I looked at the room yesterday when we were doing the fundraiser, and all 7 guys that were there, I've known them for years, and we've been competing against each other for years. And it's like we've never had the opportunity to bond. But once we were shown how to, it just happened right away. It's like we all had the same mentality. It's so cool to put something behind you, because we've been competing for so many years, and all of a sudden we're working together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it works so perfect.
That's great.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
On a
Europe's in trouble this year.
Oh, well, us USA people are happy to hear that.
Oh, yeah, it's coming home. Nice shot.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
I love that shot. When you think they're going to go forward, and then they just draw back all the way. It's very pretty.
They do something completely different that looks so perfect.
Well, and it really showcases the difference in the fact that they're pros. And so you get to see a stroke that you don't see very often on the amateur tour.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's right. Well, this was a big game for Mika right here.
Did he get enough of that?
Yeah, he's
yeah,
got
it
it.
looks
Oh,
good.
okay.
I'll tell you, another inch short there, he might have been in trouble.
This is the time when one of these players needs to gain some control, gain some momentum, and the player to do it first is going to be the one to get to the finish line. But we all know that the break is the determining factor.
How has the break been going for these guys?
Mostly pretty well.
Yeah, I've noticed them breaking pretty good.
Wow, that's probably why Mike was so disappointed with that that attempt at the carom. He's hoping he gets to see the table again. Mika's completely capable of running away with the rest of the game.
Sure. I'll tell you, the break, you're right, the break is the most important thing. Look at Shane Van Boning.
Oh, yeah.
80% of his domination is because of his break.
Crazy.
All right, guys, this is day 3, the finals of the George Ginky Sanssouci Memorial 4th annual. Want to give a shout out to all the tours, the Tri-State Tour, Predator Pro-Am Tour, and the Mez Tour, making it all possible in this collaboration. And everyone behind the scenes that has put so much work in, we really appreciate it. Sponsors, live stream news, Simonis, Kings of Vapor, Tap League, and of course AZB TV along with NYC Grind doing the co-production. We're going to get back to Mika's break. For those of you joining us, I'm Allison Fisher alongside Gail Glazebrook Robles and Brandon Schuff.
Hello, all.
Hey.
See if that 8 ball goes. Is that the 8 ball that's the second one? Whatever that second ball is.
It's
the
the
4
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Yep.
did go.
Right in the hole. Almost like it was wired. These guys are breaking pretty good.
Yeah. I don't see any problems with this rack. This is like a dream rack.
I'll tell you, if you think about it, the longer we play 10 ball and the more we all play 10 ball, the better we're going to learn how to break.
We're going to move to Chicago by like 2050. They're going to think 10 ball is like 6 ball eventually.
Who knows? We'll end up playing 15 ball rotation soon. That'll be the popular game. Mika's putting his Mez cue to work.
Yeah, Mika's been with Mez for, I think, since they started, right?
Yeah, I think since he was born.
No, he was with another big Predator for a little while, and then
Oh,
and
he
then
was
switched
with
to Mez.
Predator? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think he was with Predator. I know he was shooting with a Predator shaft at some point. So.
Yeah, I joined the Mez team a couple years ago, and I love it.
Yeah, a lot of people love Mez cues. I love a pattern selection that minimizes the movement of the cue ball.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch.
Little short.
I'll tell you, his straight pull really helps him
Yeah.
with that.
Oh, yeah. But now he's got a little bit of work to do because he came a little short on that draw stroke.
Yeah, he's going to have to move this one around a little bit. Oh, he might have come short a little.
A little bit short again.
Well, he's still got a shot, though.
Now this one, you coming straight across, or are you going down, you're drawing into 3 rails?
I would come straight across and play the 10 in the other corner.
Okay.
That probably looks like the more right speed to hit it at, you know. A little bit of top inside.
Just like you called it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, perfect.
Little fist pump from Mika.
All right, guys. That puts Mika 1 game away from extending the race to 13.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, I think somebody in the comment booth mentioned that it says 9 to 11. Is it a 9-11 race or 11-13?
11-13.
See the next to the...
How did that get changed?
I do not know. Maybe
This is really weird.
different camera angle?
It was
We've got hackers.
that is
Someone
so
hacked us.
strange. Oh,
Yeah, sorry, folks. It's
Wait-
11.
wait a
It's an
second.
11-13
Did-
race.
did Al come in and change it?
Maybe on accident.
It's 9 and 11? Oh, okay.
So wait, it's a 9-11 race?
Because it was 11.
Tony told us it was a 11-13 race.
Well, you got me. I just walked in
Who's running the
and I
show
ran
here?
in
Who's
here.
running the show
All
here?
right, someone had a misstep here, guys, because the race is a 9-11 race, which puts Mika on the hill. Sorry about the confusion for everyone.
So that carom was that much more critical because that's when it was 8-8.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know. It
Whoa.
changes the whole game plan there.
I really disagree with the shot selection.
And look at this. He breaks dry and hooks him on the. Oh, that's just sick. Well, you need some fortunate things to happen from here if you're Mike.
Wow.
Yeah, he's sick. I don't blame him. He's going to thin this ball, come back down near the 2 and the 6, try to miss the 10, put the 1 over there by the corner. Yeah, nice shot. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Say what?
Wow.
How'd he hit it?
He hit it like someone that's going to win the Ginky Memorial.
Well put.
Wow.
Yeah,
Another
but
beautiful
did
shot.
it hit a rail?
Oh, did not hit a rail.
Was it going to hit a rail?
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. It looked like it was.
I would have given that an opportunity to at least try.
That's right. So Mika has a home pool room here in New York, right?
It would be Amsterdam Billiards.
Oh, he plays out of there, and Tony's the house pro, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep. Amsterdam has a number of top players that when they're in town, that's their go-to room.
Yep.
Zion Zvi, who's also in the house.
Yeah, I haven't been able to say hi to him yet. That's my buddy.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
He's in Camp Mika.
Oh, okay.
Camp Mika's court over there. Him and Mika are really close friends.
I'm just going to clear up everything for the people in the chat. This is now a race to 11, being that Mika did get to 9 games first. There was a miscommunication between Al and the tournament directors in terms of which race was which. It was just a misstep. So the race is now to 11. Mika is on the hill.
Communication glitch.
Mike still needs to get to 11 games.
Unless we see Mika racking the balls, and then we know we might still be wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Mika
might.
just barely cleared that 9 ball.
Yeah, that was.
Got a weird angle to come back down for the 5.
Yeah, this
If
is.
he went a little
This
further.
is a little bit. Yeah, if he went a little bit further, then he would have had a much better angle to get on the 5 ball.
Draw back.
I think he's out.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice.
I wonder why.
All right, show us something. I'm going to take a wild guess, say that he makes it and barely hooks himself on the 7.
Ooh.
That's my guess.
Mike has cued John Lehman to come over and watch the hit.
All ball fouls, right?
No, that is
No?
not true.
Oh, okay.
If he were to accidentally touch a ball before he made contact with the cue ball,
It's a foul.
no, then the opponent has the option to leave it or put it
okay.
back.
If you touch it and shoot the shot, then it's a foul.
Once the cue ball's been struck, if
I really
anything
like
gets
that rule.
moved, yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wow.
We got action, folks.
Holy.
Well, when Tony was in the booth a few minutes ago, he couldn't help it but to express that he loves the hill matches, and so do I. Let's do this.
He loves them. You love them. We all love them.
Oh, I've seen most of the matches I've ever commentated usually go hill. It might go hill just because I'm in the booth.
People are going to start requesting you to be in the booth more often.
I know, right? Let's make it a big show. Let's do this.
Oh my gosh. Tony's over there talking to Mika and Zion right now. I'm wondering, Mika's got to be steaming. And Mike gets himself on the rail. What?
Yeah, you got to pay attention to fine detail when you're playing shots like that. You know, you got to. It's better to come out a little too far than a little too short on that shot.
Uh-oh. Wow, that
Oh,
could have...
it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing for Mike. He's fine.
But that was risky.
It could easily not have turned out so nicely.
Right.
Okay. The pro in the booth here with us, Brandon, is a mistake like that from Mike nerves? Is it anxiousness? Is it just carelessness, in your opinion?
Actually, that's really good you mentioned that, because right before you got in the booth, we were talking about momentum and pace, and Mika set the early pace in the match with, you know, like running around the table at a higher, faster pace, and then Mike kind of seemed like he was catching up to try to play at that pace, and he was started to make some positional errors because of it, because Mike usually doesn't play.
He's more methodical. And
yeah, he'll take his time in the right areas. He's more aware of what could go wrong and things like that. But Mika just set the pace so early, Mike had to catch up just to hang in there.
Gotcha.
It forced a couple errors on him on accident.
I got Capo in the booth with me, our winner of the amateur event. Congratulations, Capo. Capo took down a field of 128 of our amateurs, undefeated.
Yeah, he'll be moving up in ranking, I heard.
Yes, our new B+.
Oh, he's an A. Okay.
An A? That's your next goal?
A-okay.
Oh, okay, good. I like that. I like that attitude. I want to be an A.
Not kidding. I want to say it on the live TV. I want to be an A.
Yeah, you know, I guess you could say it's anxious. You know, I mean, you don't want to get caught trying to play slow and have time to doubt yourself when the other guy's really confident, playing fast, running out. You don't want to think too long and then jar a ball. Then you'll just be screwed. You just got to show the same confidence, keep going.
Yep. I always say fake it till you make it.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So if he has a couple positional errors because he sped up a little bit, but he's still making all the shots, I guess it's okay.
Well, this is really, really interesting now. Now the ball is completely in Mike with a very dangerous 10-ball break.
That is correct.
Well, this is the opportunity he needs right here.
Can't get much more exciting than this. Well, if Mike wins this game, obviously
We got
it
hill.
will be hill action. What's the situation? What is the situation?
The situation is we should be commentating golf because we're not.
Oh, dear Lord.
So,
dear, dear Lord.
we're just trying to keep our viewers on their toes and make sure they're all paying attention out there. The race is to 11 if Mika gets there first.
Oh,
and
dear.
if it's extended to 13.
What is really going on?
Yeah. What is happening? So we might not have Hill now.
Mike Dechaine gets to 11 first, it's over. Mika does, it's extended to 13.
Well, either way, it's a good match so far.
So who did you speak to, Gail?
I spoke to Tony.
You spoke to Tony.
We don't do that very often considering we're married now, but I did decide to speak to him. And
Okay, well, when Tony was in the booth with us, it did say 11-13.
it didn't seem right to me, the 9-11. I don't remember doing that in the Predator Tour. All right. So we potted a ball, right? Open table.
Open table.
It wasn't on us, guys. Don't look at us. You're not the ones,
Yeah, commentators are not at fault for that one.
not the current commentators anyway.
That's right.
No, it's nobody's fault. Miscommunication. We apologize.
I'll blame Tony. That's what I do at home.
That was a great shot.
That was a great shot.
He put a nice stroke on that.
Great shot. And the spectators, I think, are all hoping Mika gets to 11 because they want to see as much pool as possible.
Sure.
Chicken man, something.
Oh, yeah, he got there.
He's doing the carom, right?
Yeah, he almost didn't get there.
Nice controlled shot.
He's just going to drift this one up, play, get straight in on the 7 and the side, stop shots from there.
And I see Mike Dechaine wearing his Kings of Vapor patch. One of his sponsors, Chad Bowling, is actually the owner of that business.
Mike smokes electronic cigarettes?
I don't think so. I think he's just trying to spread the word and stop smoking.
There you go. That is what he's trying to do. I was about to say, I don't ever recall him smoking.
That was a nice little walk away. I like that. Nice.
If you notice, he slowed down just a tad. He's like collecting himself just a little bit more on these shots. He's realizing that, you know, he's lucky to have this opportunity right now.
Not want to make a mistake.
Okay.
So that puts Mike on the hill.
Yes.
But if Mika wins this next rack, then both players will be going to 13.
That is
Correct?
That's correct.
That is correct.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to step out of the booth and take a short break. We might have Upstate Al come on and join you guys. I will catch everyone later.
Thanks, Allison.
Thanks, Allie. I'd like to take this opportunity to give a big thank you to the tours that were involved with this. I'm watching John Lehman, who's been here all day long, and Todd Fleetman, also of the Tri-State Tour. Jose Burgos was here the first 2 days of the tournament. being extremely helpful to us running the event and making everything nice and smooth. And, of course, Tony and Finnegan of the Predator Pro-Am Tour. Thank you guys so much for all your help, as well as Upstate Al and Joey, AZBTV, for all their hard work in getting you guys this live stream. We're going to see if Dechaine makes a ball in this break.
Yeah, they put on a good show, that's for sure. Whoa, cue ball. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
He's going to call the 1.
He's going to
bank.
Yeah, he's going to bank it. So this is for the tournament right here.
Mika is ill. Nauseous. Get him some Pepto.
Where's his face? Because I want to see it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's behind a big giant pillar over there. But
we need another camera somewhere where we can get his facial expression.
All right, and that's game over. Mike Dechaine, 3rd time in the finals, and he takes it. 2 out of 3.